we need to talk about the Minecraft movie because, oh my god, that's an interesting list that it's going to be going on for 2025. Before we get into it, you know what comes up first.
Welcome to the Light, Camera, Rant podcast.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Lights, Camera, Rant. As always, I am your wonderful host, Mr. Rant, and we are going to be looking at the brand new Minecraft movie starring Jack Black and Jason Momoa. Now, this film, first things first, a big shout out to Warner Brothers for giving me the opportunity to go to an advanced screening, which is fantastic. There was kids everywhere, so definitely go check it out on our socials for the photos of the event. It was so much fun. But the Minecraft movie. The movie was firstly initially announced in 2014. So it's taken that long for that first announcement to get here in 2025. And that entire time, of course, they're thinking, how can we make a Minecraft movie? Which I still believe that at the end of this movie, they still thought, how we're going to make a Minecraft movie. And not to mention, not only are we going to get a Minecraft movie, we're going to get Minecraft 1, 2, 3, and it's rumored that there might be a shared universe to this as well. So, trust me, there is more Minecraft on the way. Now, I will give it to them. It's fantastic to see the fact that this movie was only $150 million to make, especially for the fact that it's a massive CG world for 3/4 of the movie. So, on that type of budget's pretty good. I'm very curious to know, as I'm recording this, what the budget will be at the end. At the moment, it's currently made about 20 million. How it's going to keep going on that is very interesting to see, which I'll keep you guys posted because we are going to chat about it, because there's a little bit we need to get into. So let's start off with the story. Of course, Minecraft doesn't have a massive story, but we are still introduced to Steve, which Jack Black is playing. Which we see him as a little kid. We see him want to go in the mines. He can't work at the mines. So when he becomes adult, he leaves his boring job and works in the mines, which he discovers the Minecraft world. Altogether, the overworld. He discovers it. He loves it. He gets creative into it. You see what he does in the world. So the creativity is very much there and very big on display in the movie. So that part between the video game and the movie is right there. You can see it. You can see how easy Jack Black is to build everything, very much like the game. But we also get to see when he discovers the Netherworld, which he meets Malagosha, where she wants to enslave the entire Netherworld and bring darkness, and also take over to get all the gold as well. She's our main villain for this entire movie. And she wants to take it over. So we see that Jack Black, Steve, gets stuck, and he sends his lovely dog Dennis to go take the cube, the orb, out of the world into the real world and hide it under his bed. So the fact that she can never get to the other world at all, and the whole other world is absolutely safe. So then we get introduced to Jason Momoa's character, the Garbage Man, which is basically he is a massive arcade winner back in the 80s. He's a bit washed up, has a washed up store as well, and that's about to be closing, so he needs some money fast. So he goes off to a storage unit to go try and find an arcade machine, which he thinks is going to be a lot of money, which unfortunately he lucks out, but he does find the cube, and he takes it off to his arcade shop, which he does keep it there, thinking that he might sell it a little bit later. So we see him, and then we get introduced to Henry and Natalie. So they're siblings. They're moving into town because unfortunately their parents have passed away. And obviously they're trying to start a new life. Now, Henry is the kid with all the creativity. He can make jetpacks, he's getting great drawings, which unfortunately when he goes to try and make a jetpack, when he goes to school, doesn't go to plan. And as you know, it's like trying to fit in. And obviously Natalie is working at the factory. She's trying to be a social media manager, which that also doesn't go well either. And of course they Henry bumps into the Garbage Man, and they find the cube, which they take him to the portal in the mines, and they enter the Netherworld and get into that. So that's how they get into the world altogether. Also, they also do take their lovely real estate agent who got their home called Dawn. So that is our main team. So we have the Garbage Man, we have Henry, we have Natalie, and we have Dawn. All four of them, which they do meet up with Steve, which we found out that he gets released from the netherworld. He gets released to try and find the orb to bring back to Melgosha because of the fact he thinks his dog's dead. Which his dog's not dead at all. Now, so it turns into this massive adventure. We get some fantastic references. The world of Minecraft. Like, for example, we see a pig with a crown of a techno night, which was a nice little thing I saw, which I think was a great reference. There's also another scene where the creator of Minecraft is in the background at at a restaurant. We get to see him because one of the Minecraft characters does, and the villagers does goes into the real world, which of course we have Stifler's mum in this movie, and she hits him with a car, and they have this whole like love interest side story that's going on in the background. So when we have the four main characters, it turns into this massive adventure. Of course, we have to go somewhere to try and because unfortunately, there's two parts of this orb. There's the main orb, and there's also the crystal around it, that which broke very broke very early on. So they have to go get that, open the portal, and go to Melgosha to get back. Which unfortunately, as of course the story doesn't go very well at all. Now the thing is, the thing that I have with this movie is there's this elements of it that was a bit like tropes. Like, okay, they have to, a MacGuffin, they have to go get that. And then, of course, when it leads to the end, which we're going to spoiler territory, spoilers, is that at the end, Malgosha, of course, she gets both the parts, makes the portal, giant beam goes to the sky, and all her minions, piglins, starts entering the netherworld to take over. Which a giant beam in the sky. Like I know it's a small thing, but I feel like we've seen that again and again and again. Man of Steel, Avengers, the first Avengers. I'm like, wow, beam in the sky, evil villains come through all together. Not to mention Jason Momoa's character as the Garbage Man was a bit like, okay, this is definitely not his standout role. This would be more of his lesser roles. It was just some weird jokes, weird timing that was a bit like, okay, cool. And then, you know, Jack Black, like I think Jack Black's a fantastic actor. He is great, but I don't know. It's just about this movie. I just found a bit of his shtick a little bit annoying towards the end, of just like how he was naming things and pointing out things. I was a bit like, okay, yeah, we get it. Like it's cool. You're pointing out that you're saying this or how to build. Like it just seemed not like it was an easy paycheck for him, but I think the whole acting ability, I think the whole acting in front of a CGI world would have been harder than him acting in this movie because he was pretty much playing himself altogether. Don't get me wrong. There are some funny moments in this. There's a flying scene. Yeah, so there's a flying scene where Jack Black and Jason Momoa get on top of each other. This sounds really bad. Get on top of each other, which turns out really funny. There's other moments that are really funny in the movie, so it was still laughable. But just the movie itself, I just thought like this seemed like when people were putting the script together, it was like let's mash up a whole bunch of different movie tropes and put together, and this is what we got. This isn't going to break box office records. This isn't going to shatter the world. And the hard thing about it is, you look at this movie, and in the era of video game to movie or TV adaptations, which is such a high class thing at the moment between The Last of Us, Fallout, Gran Turismo, Sonic, this video game adaptation does not hit the mark at all for me. For a Minecraft fan, you'll love it, but at the same time, I feel like there's going to be a whole bunch of things you're like, well, that's missing, that's missing, that's missing, that's missing, that's missing, that's missing. I think kids are going to love it. They're going to absolutely love this movie because it's visually, it's Jack Black, it captures all that sense. But this is bring it back down to its most basic level. I'm not clamoring for a sequel for this, and And that's not something that I'm telling people to go rush out at the moment. Like, if you're a Minecraft fan and you got a family of kids, 100% go see it. 110% go see this movie, because you enjoy it. But to the casual movie fan that doesn't have kids or doesn't like Minecraft, this is definitely something that you can push aside. It's nothing like, for example, it's something like Oppenheimer, where I feel like everyone need to go see Oppenheimer, regardless of age. Or the Barbie movie, everyone need to go see the Barbie movie, regardless of age. Or what you're into, if you're into Barbie, or if you're not into Barbie. Oppenheimer, if you're not into war, or not into Christopher Nolan, it didn't matter. This is something that you could definitely wait until it becomes on streaming service, which at this rate, which is insane to think about, is that when movies get going on the streaming, it's only like nearly like a month later, if that. And there's a couple of moments in the film that the CGI is a little bit rough, which I fully expected, especially being a full CGI world. I'm not saying the fact that things have to be perfect or fantastic. It's just like, okay, that could use a little more TLC, that could use a little bit more TLC, and that could be a little bit different. But yeah, it's not. This isn't like as you probably would if you've obviously looked at our Letterboxd review. It is not the smash hit. It might make its money. I do think it will make a sequel, but trust me when I say, if it doesn't make a sequel, it's not a world-ending type of thing. It's got the comedy, it's got the kid charm, but trust me, like when I say is above that, it's C, a C minus type of movie at the moment. I expected more. I expected more. I didn't think there'd be so many like typical movie tropes in it. I was, I just in the era right now of video game movies and TV shows, I thought it would stay at that pinnacle, but no, it's not. And the thing is, as I'm recording this, in a couple of days' time, I'm about to have Last of Us season 2, which I have no doubt is going to have the park. Uh, so in the era of video game adaptations, this does not hit the mark. But look, I would love to know, what did you think about the movie? What did you like? What you don't like? What was your favorite cameo or favorite Easter egg? Let me know in the comments. And as always, until next time, happy
Thanks for listening to Lights, Camera, Rant. If you like the show, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss a single episode. While you're at it, leave us a rating and review, and be sure to tell your friends. Until next time, happy ranting.